The tracer gas method that we developed, it's designed to measure methane emission rates from a facility or farm scale source. And then also we have a new system to analyze methane isotopes in the field.
We're interested in where does the methane originate from? The wetland itself, or does it originate from livestock?
I learned that cows are really curious and social animals.
Sometimes the thought would give them some fresh food or grass or whatever, but after some time they do their own thing.
The tracer technique, we see this being really useful for landfill operators, for wastewater treatment plant operators, as well as farmers. The advantage is that it's very accurate and very rapidly deployed and analyzed. So it does not need complex atmospheric modeling, no supercomputer. We can just go in the field, do our measurements, and a couple of hours later we're done and get out of there. We need to emit the tracer gas upwind of the cows, and then we'll fly the drone maybe 50 to 100 meters, so downwind of the animals, in and out of the plume, back and forth, to measure the peaks of the methane enhancement along with the tracer gas. If it is possible, we also drive the car. So we're using 2 mobile platforms. The atmospheric transport, the winds, the turbulences will affect your tracer gas and the emitted methane in the very same way. So just by scaling tracer gas and methane emission rates to one another cancels the need to model or really understand the fine complexity of atmospheric transport. Wetlands are the largest natural methane source, and since it's such a large background source, it's really important to know that as well as the agricultural methane.
We had a sort of a small bucket or device that we developed here, and then we took the samples by measuring the increase in methane concentration in that specific bucket. So we're interested in the isotopic signal to better understand the source of the methane itself. Usually a carbon atom has 6 neutrons and 6 protons. And what we're looking into is whether there's a difference in the neutrons. Sooner or later, farmers might pay for their emissions, and then having a wetland could be very beneficial for them. Wetlands produce methane because they're a natural environment, but wetlands are super productive also in storing carbon.
If a facility operator is thinking, what can I do in my daily operations to reduce my emissions, we now have a tool that we can do a before and after test to answer these questions if any mitigation, for example, was successful. As an example, a landfill operator might not be fully aware of really what number they have. The uncertainties are super high and they're actually paying for it. With that technique, we can actually give them a tool to know what their current emissions are and to also help them reduce their emissions going forward. That's a good motivation.